I also think we have to clear the record. Alyssa is okay. She's no longer concussed.
I am no longer concussed.
Okay,
yes.
straight to camera, please.
Yes, I am no longer concussed. In fact, I got HAST earlier today.
Clean bill of health.
I am out of all medical leave. I'm good. Yes.
And so this was your second concussion this year.
This was your third.
Third.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yes. It was third. Yeah, third.
And people.
Well, in my defense, like
Alyssa.
what's a year? Like in this year.
Oh my God.
Welcome to Brief Recess. I'm Michael Foote.
I'm Alyssa Malebranche.
Today we're going to talk about Pepsi versus Coke, the song of the summer. We found out a lot of people have no internal monologue, allegedly. We have an update on the Alex Murdaugh murder trial. Trump recently dropped his lawsuit against the IRS. We have our bestie Alyssa joining us to talk about concussions, world travel, and relationship advice. And we're going to answer all your questions and rude reviews from my DMs, so stick around. Well, there's no such thing as wintergreen, but there is such a thing as peppermint.
Okay, but I'm allowed to not like what I don't like, Michael. I don't like wintergreen. I think it tastes disgusting. I prefer
There's barely a difference between wintermint and peppergreen.
I mean, unless you don't like something, in which case I don't like wintergreen and I don't want it.
For context, I just broke into someone's desk at the iHeart Studios and took a bunch of mints, and it turns out they're wintergreen and Mélissa didn't want them.
I don't like wintergreen.
They're good.
No, they are not.
And you could tell she smelled it and knew immediately that it was wintermint. I could not.
I
gun
don't
to my
understand.
head, I wouldn't know.
Do you know the difference between Coke and Pepsi? Answer carefully.
I know. I honestly was about to give a hot take, and then I was like, this might be the thing that does me in. I can taste the difference, but I don't care about the difference. If I'm drinking a cola, and that's the end of the show. That's the end of our show, folks. Thank you so much.
We're going to need to take you Pepsi challenge.
If I am drinking a cola, it doesn't matter to me. I do not care. They're both great. They both taste delicious. I know. This is like, and the thing is that it's actually the hottest take of all the Coke Pepsi takes, because when your take is that it's the same, you piss off everyone. It's not like you made the Pepsi people happy. No, they're mad at you too. So I know God gives his toughest battles to his sexiest warriors, you know? And that is, and it's really my cross to bear. Out of all the things in my life, this is the one that keeps me up at night.
I've never been more disappointed in anybody in my
I know.
So not only am I outraged and enraged.
But wouldn't you want me to be honest with you?
No, but yes. Thank you for being honest. I appreciate your honesty.
I'm loving this
Banana
outfit.
Republic Safari.
I'm loving this. It's very
Thank you.
Military chic, militia Malebranche.
This is not, I want you, thank you for the compliment, but we're not getting away from the Coke versus Pepsi
I'm really trying
situation.
to change the subject.
So not only do they taste vastly different.
Yes.
Vastly different.
Yes, but I think it's because I will eat and drink most things. I love I'm not a picky beverage girly. If someone hands you a Pepsi, you're going to spit on them, slap it out of their hand?
I won't accept it. I will not accept it. If I go someplace,
drink a Pepsi?
No, I will not drink a Pepsi. What? I don't understand.
I think that's a little crazy.
I don't like it.
Okay, all right. I think it's pretty similar to a Coke.
No, it is not. Not at all. Not at all.
Maybe you're a super taster.
I'm not.
Do you eat cilantro?
Yes.
Oh, then you're not a super taster.
I like cilantro. I like cilantro.
Have you seen these clips of Tyra Banks saying she's a super taster?
No. Tyra should not be speaking that much lately.
Speaking of crazy people with hot opinions about taste.
Yeah, Pepsi does not taste good and Coke is delicious.
Okay.
And you can really taste the difference. And if I go someplace and I'm going to ask for a soda, I ask them.
You confirm?
Is it Pepsi or Coke? And if they say Pepsi, I say, no, thank you. Can I have an iced tea?
Well, I feel like it's 99% of the time it's going to be a Coke. If it's a Pepsi, they will say, we have Pepsi.
I mean, I feel like Pepsi is very down south. It's like Pepsi is big down there for some reason.
Down south of Union Square where the Taco Bell is.
Yeah,
yes.
Exactly.
That's where they sell Pepsi at Taco Bell.
They do, which is why I don't
go to Taco Bell.
No.
Maybe that's why I like Pepsi so much, because I'm doing cartwheels both legs behind my head, drinking a Pepsi at Taco Bell at 4 in the morning.
Here's the thing I haven't had Taco Bell in years, decades, but I think I would enjoy the Mexican pizza, which is what I used to love. That was my...
Love a Mexican pizza.
So good.
Love a little cross-cultural mashup like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's Ellis Island.
That's why they came.
That's a true American immigration story right there. The Mexican pizza from Taco Bell. Thank you so much. Let's get into a sidebar. It's finally hot in the city.
Finally.
The boobies are out, the legs are out, the thigh meat, the knee biscuits, the ankles, the cankles, the
all of it is all out.
Open-toed shoes on the subway.
Shoes.
Yeah.
Get a pedicure, friends.
Are you excited for summer?
I am excited for summer.
Hot girl summer.
I am really excited about what I believe is going to be the song of summer. And we're not allowed to sing things, but I want to tell you the title of the song. Are you ready?
Can I guess?
Yeah.
Is it heated rivalry related?
No, not at all.
Oh, okay. Is it a song that I would know?
It's brand new. So you may have heard it.
I'm not cool enough. I would not.
Well, I'm not that cool either, but I heard it.
But you heard it?
I heard it multiple times. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready?
I don't know if I'm ready.
The name of the song is Mélissa, We're Drunken Outside.
Stop.
Hand to God. When I tell you, I am going to be insufferable this summer.
Why did they have to call you out by name like that? They specifically said,
Mélissa, we're drunken outside.
They gave the coordinates of where you were standing.
And it is a soca song, so it's very rhythmic.
Oh, yeah. Electric Boogaloo.
Please leave. You have angered the people of Trinidad and Tobago.
Oh, why? Is it not pronounced Boogaloo?
It's not that. That's the
Mélissa song is from Trinidad.
Yeah, it's a soca song. I believe that it is Trinidadian and Tobago.
And they always do a summer cocktail. There's always like a summer beverage.
Who?
Like the world.
Oh,
I don't know.
World?
Someone will say, "Oh, it's the summer 2026 cocktail."
What is that? Do you think?
And it's like the Nigerian Prince. Like it's always like this weird cocktail, and there's always like Aperol and Amaro mixed with champagne and a little bit of Coke. It's like something disgusting.
I am really into Saint Germain and Prosecco.
That sounds sweet.
It is sweet.
I want it to hurt going down. I don't want like
That's not enjoyable.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Don't kink shame. You're coming in hot with the, I'm sorry. It's almost Pride Month. I don't
want the drink to hurt me. The drink. Other things can hurt me, but not the drinks. I don't want the drink to hurt me. No, I don't.
Yeah. So they always do a summer cocktail, and I feel like that'll come out too. But Saint Germain and Prosecco.
Right now. That's what I feel like. It's like very light.
Do you chill the Saint Germain?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So that's important because it's not like an
chill the Saint Germain, and obviously the Prosecco is chilled.
Did our guest just arrive?
Well. Our guest
we started talking about cocktails,
and look who's here, friends.
Alyssa showed up. She smelled it.
Alyssa Gale-Meyer is in the building, and we are excited about this.
She smelled the booze from Midtown. We weren't
sure that she was going to show. It was touch and go for a while.
It was a nail biter.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. It was.
I was on tenterhooks. But what'd you do this weekend?
I'm so glad that you asked, Michael. So this weekend, my lovely goddaughter, Emma, graduated from college, and we had a lovely party for her where I saw my aunt, who I hadn't seen in a while. And my aunt is a fan of the pod. And she had a few questions.
Okay, I'm ready.
One of the questions was, she's like, sometimes I don't see you, talking about me. Sometimes I don't see you. Sometimes I see Michael walking and talking to himself.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
And he always has on a beautiful shirt.
Love. Okay.
So don't you get wants to know why she sees you walking around and talking by yourself? Who's he talking to? Shout out to Tunchugat, who was a friend of the pod. And she was just like, Why aren't you with him? And why is he talking to himself? And where does he get his shirts?
That's actually a questions I ask myself all the time. That is great.
I know.
I love that. Yeah, I love her just asking the concept of a TikTok. Why is he talking to the camera?
So I think I don't think that my aunt understands that your TikTok
is different from
not the show at all.
I love that. That is so beautiful.
Because for whatever reason, it's all coming to her at once.
At once. She's just getting, she follows
She's just
two
getting
people.
bombarded. And she was just like,
and the show.
She doesn't understand. She's very confused.
My shirts, I get them from everywhere. I mean, I get most of my stuff on eBay, honestly. Once you know your size, you can just like doom scroll eBay, bet on stuff. It gets quite dangerous.
Okay.
Yeah. What were her other questions?
That was really basically
that was
it.
it. Okay.
Yeah, she was very curious as to why you are talking to yourself.
I am too.
And why I'm not with you. And where you get your shirts.
Do you know some people don't have internal monologues? Have you heard about this?
Who are these people?
I don't know, but mine's been set.
What do you mean when people don't have internal monologues?
Some people just don't have them.
Is that real?
Yeah.
Do you have an internal monologue?
Study. It's like a certain percentage of the population.
Friends in the room, do you all have internal monologue? It is a safe space. If you don't, that's okay.
Is it just like crickets?
Oh, it never stops.
Right.
Never stops. Yeah.
I don't. So
I honestly envy the people who don't.
No, I don't. I think that's a very dangerous place to be. I do. Because that means that there isn't a voice in your head saying to you, maybe you shouldn't do this thing, or like talking out a problem that you just do.
Yeah, how do they function? It's like that guy. That guy got an MRI and like 90% of his brain was missing, but he lived a normal life.
Oh, God.
Yeah, there are like some real anomalies. Yeah.
Because I feel like
I've met people where I'm like, you don't have an internal monologue. I can tell.
You don't have an internal monologue, or you don't have a conscience.
Do you know
what I'm saying? Like there's no because I really feel like your internal monologue will stop you from doing dangerous things.
What's the ethics of someone without an internal monologue?
Yeah. If you, friends, if you don't have an internal monologue, can you let us know? I'm really curious. I'm really curious as to, go ahead.
It says up to 10% of the population does not have an internal monologue.
Okay. So that actually makes me feel better that it's not that many people.
No, that's a lot of people.
No. But I mean, if
it's not like half the world.
Oh, then I would have been like, oh, what's going on for the people who, no, it's not even a judgment. I'm just really curious. Like what, I don't even know what that means to not have an internal monologue.
They obviously can live their life.
No, they're living,
like,
but
make
are
decisions
they?
And drive and like hold down a job. Like it's not, but they're not having critical thinking, solo time in the shower, you know, like you and I are.
If I'm going to go out, to go food shopping, let's say, right? Yeah. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to go food shopping and then maybe I'll have to double back and go to the dry cleaner. I feel like that's a little bit of an internal monologue also, right? It's not just like, how do I feel about life in itself? It's like regular things. So if you don't have that, how are you deciding if you're in the car or on the subway where to get off
We're going to let us know if that's you, because I feel like this could be like a spectrum disorder or something. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be.
There's varying reports. Some say, like Psychology Today says up to 50% of people.
50%. See, that I think is, wow.
Well, definitely everyone in our government. Well, actually, no, I don't want to say that people are stupid if they don't have an internal monologue.
No.
They could be brilliant. They just process out loud with another person. Is that what it is?
They're out loud?
And don't we only know like 5% about the human brain? Like there's only like so much that we actually know.
Interesting.
Can we get into algorithm?
Yeah, let's.
I wanted to ask you, did you follow the Murdaugh murders at all?
A little bit.
Okay. Because it's gripped.
I don't understand what happened? What came to light?
So glad you asked.
Michael, what came to light to allow this to happen?
There was alleged jury interference.
Gotcha.
So his conviction is now being questioned. So it was a 2023 double murder conviction. It's been vacated in South Carolina, which doesn't mean he just like walks free.
Okay.
He is, he's still in prison for financial crimes.
Okay.
So the criminal charges have been vacated, but he's doing hard time.
He's still going to do hard time.
Oh, yes. And he's currently serving a sentence. So it wasn't like he's released.
I know, but the loved ones.
Yeah.
Oh,
of course.
All those people, the victims.
Yeah.
So when something like that happened, you you want the person responsible to pay for the act.
Absolutely.
It doesn't matter that he's still going to do hard time for the financial stuff.
Yeah.
The people who love the folks that he
of course
took care. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. All right. So the allegations are that the Supreme Court unanimously found that former clerk Becky Hill improperly influenced jurors and denied Murdaugh a fair trial. The jury interference centered on the comments Hill made to the jurors, including remarks about watching his body language. So she was telling jurors, like, watch his body language. Don't be fooled by him. Like the county clerk at the courthouse.
Is it because she just wanted to be sure that he went to jail? Like, that he served the time for it?
I don't know. I mean, it really is.
Well, now, the thing about it is, here, this is, again, so she did this, allegedly, she did this for him. But if she's been the county clerk for a while, who else was she doing this for?
Yeah.
So now this is the problem with stuff like this now, is because now people are going to be revisiting cases where she had been involved to see if she had done the same thing for others.
Yeah. And the retrial could be higher stakes. They're saying that they might go for the death penalty now in the retrial. So there was this like undue influence, but Murdaugh is suing her in federal court for influencing the trial.
Sure.
Civil rights lawsuit, jury tampering, misconduct. So this has like blown back up again. We're all talking about this again. We thought we got the conviction and it was over, and now it's
not
back in the headlines. Yeah.
Yikes.
Another like trial in the headlines. Have you seen the Trump was suing the IRS for $10 billion? Okay. Today.
He dropped it.
Yeah. Yeah. He just dropped it.
Because
the judge was basically like, you guys have to show evidence that the parties in this lawsuit are different because both parties were hired by Trump. It's his private attorneys and then his government attorneys negotiating against each other for a settlement of taxpayer dollars that will be paid to Trump. So the judge was like, you have to prove, it's called diversity of parties. So she was like, you have to show that these parties are actually separate and different and have competing interests for there to even be a hearing.
And he can't.
So
he dropped it.
Withdrew with prejudice.
I don't understand.
What a waste of time, money.
It's a waste of time and money. And I really feel like, I mean, obviously I'm sure he wants a payday whenever he can get one. But this is just distractions.
And yes, exactly.
Right? Like he just wants to distract us from the lousy job that he's doing. He wants to distract us from the Epstein stuff. Like this is all anything that he could do to make us look elsewhere. He will do.
And it's always like, this is one lawsuit. I'm sure there's 50 others where he's lining his pockets that we're not talking about.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. He was in China last week.
Did you see what he was saying to the Chinese government? What was really great about our two countries is how much American people love Chinese food. That, the same way that Chinese people have really taken to like basketball and stuff.
Oh, no.
American people really love Chinese food.
Just as many Chinese now love basketball and blue jeans, Chinese restaurants in America today outnumber the 5 largest fast food chains in the United States, all combined. That's a pretty big statement.
That is such a weird thing to say.
I mean, it is a weird thing to say, but I don't know. But is it a weird thing for him to say?
No.
Right. This man has lost his fucking marbles.
He really is demented. He's
lost his marbles and he's president of the United States of America.
We're going to like find him on the side of the highway, like walking barefoot, muttering to himself.
Do you know that song I think it's by Fastball, where it's a song about this couple who they just disappeared. And it's like, they're just walking off somewhere. You can see their shadows wandering off somewhere. It's always summer. They're never like it's based on a true story of this elderly couple that just disappeared.
Okay, I'm gonna text Afro Man and I'm gonna have him write a song about this.
Oh, he would love it.
This is like visiting Peapod at the nursing home. This is like
the thing is the way that he speaks also, right? He was just like, and it's a really wonderful thing, isn't it?
This is Grandpa when there's like
the world is on fucking fire, but let's keep talking about lo mein. Let's just do that. Let's just keep on talking about, I don't know, egg drop wonton soup.
So stupid. This person is geopolitical negotiations.
It's
so embarrassing.
It's so embarrassing. Cringe. And it's just, there are no grown-ups. Like there's nobody, do you know what I'm saying? There's nobody, no one is minding the store. The door is just open. The cash register is just open.
Yeah, that's right.
Just come on in.
Come on in.
And do what have you.
And we've got, and it's all our money. It's our money in the cash register. I'm sick of it.
And how much more time do we have?
I mean, the midterms are in November.
So at least 2 more years?
Yeah. But hopefully a little bit more checks and balances. Like Congress has passed like a record low of bills in the past 2 years. So soon enough.
I don't know. Did you
after your hot girl Mélissa dance party summer? Hopefully after that there'll be Mélissa, a little bit of
we're drunken outside.
Mélissa, we're drunken outside. We'll be right back. We've got an extra special guest.
Yay!
Welcome back to Brief Recess. We're going to do a deep dive under oath with everyone's favorite celebrity guest. You love her in the comments.
You do.
You love her in the streets.
They've been clamoring.
What?
Clamoring.
Please welcome our dear friend, Alyssa Misdemeanor Meyer.
That's not a good nickname.
It is. Yeah. It's exactly.
Somebody who's never had a misdemeanor. I want to make that very clear.
Well, I'm reserving the right for any future litigation.
Oh, fair.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you are my lawyer, so that makes sense. Yes.
I am your lawyer. Oh,
yes.
wait, this is great. We've got like an actual client. This is wonderful.
Well, you've never but I've never needed you. You're on retainer.
I'm fully retained in perpetuity.
Just in case, because something is bound to happen one day.
I paid you in lemon drops a little while ago.
One time, okay, so Alyssa is our good friend, and we asked her on the show. One time during the pandemic, we were all getting lunch because we were all in lockdown. We couldn't do anything. And we're crossing the street. I'll never forget this.
I have no idea where you're going with this.
He does this all the time.
We're in the East Village. We're crossing to Tompkins Square Park.
Yeah.
Alyssa just walks into the street. Mélissa shrieks. She goes, Alyssa!
No recollection of this.
She said, get back here. You look both ways. Mélissa said, the paperwork alone. The paperwork
that is true.
alone.
That is something you say a lot.
If you got run over, the paperwork alone would be arduous.
You know why? I'll tell you why. When I was in high school, I was going someplace with a bunch of friends, and one of the kids, the person that I was with, got hit by a bus. Now,
okay, well now this is such a different story.
Let me be clear. He got hit by the bus, not super duper hurt, but it hit him in the shoulder and it kind of like knocked him over. And
he's okay.
He's fine. No, he's fine. No, he's fine. I had to call. Nobody wanted to be the one to call his parents. Right. So I had to do it.
No, and that would happen again.
And
that would happen again. Yeah.
It was awful.
Yeah.
Hi, Mrs. Smith. This is Mélissa Malebranche. I don't know, like he's fine, but you know, Dom got hit by a bus.
Dom
got hit by a bus, but he's okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And you know my mother would blame you somehow in one way or another.
I know.
My mom would want you to call. So Alyssa and my mother are very close friends.
I love her.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tipsy and Alyssa go way back.
No, we go way back.
She would want you to call.
Yeah. Well, I would find humor, I think, more.
I mean, it would depend, right? How bad is he hurt?
I still think I'd find humor.
Alyssa would be like, the bus driver was basically blind. Your son is so enormous.
Yeah.
I can't believe that.
Like, I don't know what happened. It definitely wasn't his fault, for sure. Yeah.
He wasn't drunk or anything.
No, it was nothing to do with it. Yes.
Yeah. The paperwork alone. And so I thought it would be fun if we did relationship advice.
Oh my God.
I think this could be really fun with Alyssa.
By the way, no one warned me on this.
Okay, wait, we actually have to...
Neither did I. I had no idea what we were doing.
I didn't warn myself because I just made it up.
Okay, perfect.
So
very good.
I also think we have to clear the record. Alyssa is okay. She's no longer concussed.
I am no longer concussed.
Okay, straight to camera, please.
Yes, I am no longer concussed. In fact, I got passed today, earlier today.
Clean bill of health.
I am out of all medical leave. I'm good. Yes.
And so this was your second concussion this year.
This was your third.
Third.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yes. It was her third.
Yeah, third. And people.
Well, in my defense, like
Alyssa.
what's a year? Like in this year,
my God.
in 2026,
Yeah.
just the one.
You know what?
But
Thank you. What's the body
But
count?
in 12 months, you're talking about?
that's about 3. Yeah.
And you know what? The research isn't in yet on whether or not that's bad. So we're gonna
No one has been proven.
But
Yeah.
no, it is bad. We know
Can't
that
be
it's
proven.
bad.
Well, actually, I found out after I got the 3rd that if I was in school, I would no longer be allowed to play sports.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like kids, if they get 3 concussions, are like not allowed to play.
Oh, because it's
Organized
what is
sports.
it?
I don't know, like
CBT or something? No, that's cock and ball
CTE.
torture. CTE. It says it's
not related.
CBT.
Not related.
Not the
It's
same.
Yeah.
NFL and all their CBT issues.
CTE. That's what it is. Yeah. I'm hoping I don't have that, but we don't know. Yeah.
Why? What is happening
Right.
that you are getting concussed?
Okay. In my defense, from what I understand, okay.
Alyssa's always, whenever she tells you a story, she prefaces it by saying, in my defense.
Right.
Continue.
So apparently once you get hit, you can get hit more easily after
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
That's one.
Because you're like dizzy and falling into things.
Yeah. Well, no. Well, yes, maybe.
You're
but
more
also
susceptible.
like they say that like your symptoms kind of like settle and then get like revamped. Once
So
it
like if
gets
you
hit
get
again.
jostled on a
And like I'm no doctor. I want to make that very clear.
Yeah.
I don't actually know what I'm talking about, but this is what I've been told.
Oh,
Okay.
This is what
Yeah.
the rumor is. Okay. So the first one was like an honest mistake where I was getting in a cab and hit my head. The second one was my depth perception was genuinely off and I hit my head on the counter. It had been like 8 months since then. And this time was because in my apartment in Miami, the door is normally open. My mother is afraid of getting locked on the balcony. And so, because she has very irrational fears.
I'm sorry.
And she-
Has she ever been locked on the balcony?
no, she is not.
That's
Is
very
it possible to get locked out?
No, it is not. In
Okay.
fact, the door doesn't lock. So, yes. But
Oh
she
my
is
God, I'm
not,
sorry.
she's
That's
very
so
much
funny.
a very strong rule. You cannot close the door. I had a friend
So the
in-
door is open. Sorry, I'm sorry. Is
Yes.
the door open constantly?
only when you're on the balcony. So
Okay.
if you're on the balcony, the door needs to stay open.
Okay.
I had a friend who was visiting. She closed the door because she thought that
She
was the
didn't know
nice
about
thing
the
to
rules.
do. I was like, oh, I'll go get something. And I like went and then smacked right into the door thinking it was open.
There are a lot of videos like this,
Yeah.
like with fail videos.
Yeah, luckily there
online,
was no one
yeah.
filming, but it was in front of a group of people I'm not thrilled
It's 'cause
about.
I wasn't there.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. And I would have sued her somehow.
Okay, and
Exactly,
so
yeah.
we found out about this. You were driving when you told me.
Where was I driving? Why was I
In
driving?
Miami.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I made you pull over as your lawyer.
Yeah, fair. Yeah.
But you're feeling better now.
Oh, I was in Denver. I was not in Miami. I was in Denver.
She's always somewhere.
Sorry. Yeah.
Always somewhere.
It's like, when was that? Oh, yes.
And
okay.
let me tell you something. We took a break to reset for this segment. Alyssa was booking a flight in our green room. She was booking
She
a
was
flight
doing it on her phone.
in the green room.
Yeah.
So
Where are you
she's-
going?
I'm going to Palm Beach.
Okay.
For the Lizzie McGuire concert. I mean, I'm sorry. Are you guys not going to be there? I've assumed you're going to be there.
Sorry,
Yeah.
actually.
Wait, so Lizzie McGuire as in Miley, what's her
Oh,
name?
no, her name is Hillary Duff. That's right. I forgot. I'm very much
Sorry.
I'm very much a millennial. I forgot her
And
name
I'm
was
very
really
much
Hillary
Gen X
Duff.
and don't give a shit about any
Yeah,
of
yeah,
this.
fair, right,
reprising her role as Lizzie McGuire in the concert.
Wait, who? Hillary Duff.
Hillary Duff,
Who was
yes.
Miley Cyrus?
Hannah Montana. See,
Montana.
that even was
Yeah.
past my time.
Okay.
I feel like. Yes.
Same, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're
I
the
didn't
same
really
here.
watch that, but I did watch Lizzie McGuire.
KP watched Hannah Montana. Is that more the?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, KP's
Yeah.
generation.
That's her time.
She's 25. That's about right.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
10,
exactly.
15 years younger
Okay.
than
Yes.
us was Hannah.
Yeah,
Okay. And so you just got back from Venice.
I did.
Okay, give us the full
And
review.
Slovenia and Croatia, which I was there for 2 weeks.
How was Croatia?
Croatia was amazing.
I really
it
wanna
was
go.
a spa for 2 days,
Uh-huh.
which I really needed because the first few days was my friend's wedding in Venice, and then
Oh,
the
yeah.
second 2 days was spa, and then we went to Slovenia.
Were there cute boys at a wedding in Italy? Were there like
There were
cute,
so many.
cute Italian men?
Yes,
Oh,
like
I
the
love
TSA
that.
agents are gorgeous. Like
Have you ever-
everyone in
She
Italy
opted for a
is.
pat down.
Wait,
Yeah,
have
exactly,
you ever
yeah.
seen? Sometimes they'll show you like the hot priests in the Vatican.
I have that calendar.
Oh my
There's
God,
a hot
that's
priest
not a
calendar.
Thing. That's not a thing.
I'm going to get you one for
Okay,
your birthday.
I would love
I
that.
missed your birthday.
Yeah,
But
so-
like,
yes.
no. But have you seen the hot priests in
Yeah.
in the Vatican? I mean, these are beautiful.
They're like real priests, though.
yes, no,
okay.
they're real priests.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Well,
Seems like an interesting.
I mean, everyone needs
Job.
a reason to find God.
Fair.
So like if that's your reason.
I mean,
let it be the reason.
Always give me a reason.
Catholics can't be too choosy anymore. So
Did you meet any nice boys at the wedding?
I did not.
No.
Well, part of it was because I feel like I knew everybody there. It was a very close friend of mine, and I feel like I knew everybody. So I'd already kind of like X'd them all.
Gone through.
Not gone through. Make that clear. No one there I had ever hooked up with. But I will say...
You had looked at it and crossed people off the list.
I'd opted out.
She'd assessed the situation.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I'd opted out.
And also when you're entering a small community like that, you do one thing with one person.
Yeah. You cannot go twice. Like that's,
No repeats?
No repeats.
No double dipping.
And in my defense, I do say that a lot. I'm now realizing.
No double dipping?
I have not done any. I haven't even dipped, so.
Not even a single dip.
Not even a single dip.
She's fasting. She hadn't even dipped that crudité once.
Yeah.
Okay. And so after that wedding, you needed the break and you had to go to the spa.
Well, I had to go to the spa. Yeah. So we were in Croatia.
Mm-hmm.
I think I slept for 4 hours in the middle of the day, which was
that's nice.
glorious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This is what my new thing in old age is, that I love sleep, which is great. I don't know how old, it doesn't matter how old I am, and then afterwards we went to Slovenia, which was amazing.
What was that like?
So I have never heard of anyone who had been. It was gorgeous.
It's very niche. It's niche Instagram girly. I'm in Slovenia. Get ready with me to go to.
Come with me.
Is that a thing?
I mean, I think it is now. You're really.
Oh my God, I'm making it a thing.
Everyone's going to be going to Slovenia this summer.
Yeah.
It's hot girl summer.
Yes.
It's gonna.
So I went. Ljubljana is the town, and it like the main town, and that was like the cutest little town. Their whole thing is it's like a dragon town that like. They say that there's a dragon that lives under the city that like wanted girl. I don't know exactly this. I'm not going to pretend that. I think that's a legend. I don't know if that's actually true.
In the comments, correct us if it's true. Let us know.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. I didn't meet the dragon, but I was getting in trouble for saying this. I was like, it looks like it belonged in Epcot. I think Epcot looked like it belonged in Ljubljana.
Was it giving like Game of Thrones?
It was giving like Game of Thrones fairy tale land.
Got you.
Like I feel like everything in Epcot was trying to look like Ljubljana. Is what I'm saying.
At the Eiffel Tower, she's like, this looks like it belongs in Vegas.
Yeah. Like exactly. Okay.
I feel like people of Slovenia will not like to hear.
No, I know. And I should probably not say that. Your
medieval town would look great in Florida.
What I meant more is
where the
that
castles are built out of foam.
Exactly.
And fiberglass.
I mean, if you told me that was true, I'd believe it. No, it was the most like iconic town. Mm-hmm. People were like, oh yeah, like it's a smaller town. You don't have to spend too much time. And I was annoyed that we didn't have more time. I felt like we should have had, like we were thinking just a night out would be fine. And I could have spent like a week there. It was really, really cool.
What's the hot girl summer drink in Slovenia? Is it like...
I honestly have no idea.
What was like the cocktail that you had? Because I know every country has like a thing.
It
like
does,
in Copenhagen, it's aquavit.
Was really drinking a lot of champagne, I feel like. So like when in Europe, why not?
You do,
yeah. And they're so much cheaper
it's so
there.
much more.
So I was
accessible.
And also after the wedding, I will say I was slowing down a little bit, which was helpful. But
not
then,
you.
I know. It was out of character. No, and then we went to Lake Bled, which was like the most amazing town, like looked Game of Thrones again, like beautiful.
Okay.
And there was this man who was like sitting on the side of the path, I would say, and we was selling these like beautiful paintings for like €4. Did
you get one?
Of course. I got like 5 because
Alyssa can never just do the one thing.
Yes, fair, but €4. This man was very talented.
He could be
like
the next
he
Banksy.
deserved a little bit more. Plus the fact that it was a couple of my friends, he was like, when we were buying it, he turned it over and painted like right then and there. A painting of each of us. Like each of us got one, it was like Alyssa and friends, like a picture of me.
Lovely.
And he was
That's
asking,
really nice.
It was so nice. And we were asking him questions like, why are you only charging €4? He's like, cause I like live my life. He was like a full blown person that like now was just like going to town and lived 7 kilometers away, was painting people. It was the most beautiful setting of this like man who was just, so it was amazing. So now that's going to go in my apartment. Whenever you come over, you will see it.
Okay. So whenever we come to the,
when you come to
every time I go to Alyssa's house, I'm on Plant Care.
Yes.
Plant
you
Watch
are.
2020.
Which, by the way, they're not doing great. You need
so
to
I gotta
come
come
over.
visit.
Monstera?
Yes.
How's the monster? Because the last time, didn't you he pruned it?
She put me to work. I was wearing gloves and everything.
Yeah.
And she had me
You found
resetting up all the
sticks
plants.
somehow?
Yeah.
I don't even know where those sticks, they're still there. I don't know where they
it's
came
a climber.
from.
That's the thing about a monster.
Yes.
It likes to climb.
Yes, that's him. That's him.
Wow.
How did you find that?
CJ's a wizard.
CJ.
What?
And so did your friends also get one?
Yes.
That's amazing.
Oh my God, you just found the guy?
He's really good.
Wow.
CJ's great.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Well, what is his name? I want to tell his work.
Bobby, B-O-B-I.
Bobby, that's his name. Oh my God.
If you have a lost relative, let us know. CJ
we'll put
can
CJ
find
on the
him.
case.
I can't believe he just found him. Yes, it was Bobby. But if you're in Slovenia, in Lake Bled, look for Bobby. He is amazing. I'm going to give him a plug. Yeah.
Well, now they're gonna shoot up from 4-year-olds to 10.
Yeah. Well, we were trying to. The next people came over and we were like, it's 10. And he was like, no, it's 4. I'm like, dude,
Bobby.
it's 10.
Yeah.
It's 10. Yeah.
But isn't that think about that though? Like this man who's super talented, he just wants to share his art. So he's making it accessible as possible. And we as American people are so disgusting capitalists. We're like, you're not charging enough.
You should charge more.
You should charge more.
Yeah.
He's like, no, I have healthcare. It's fine.
Exactly. Literally. Yeah. Do not need the money in any way. So I bought 4, obviously. Of course. Yes. My mother, in fact, got one for Mother's Day this morning. So she's very excited. We will see.
So you this was like a big bonding trip for you and your friends.
Yes.
How many people?
That part of the trip was 3 of us.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so have you ever done other things with your friends that was like really bonding as a group?
I don't know. Piercings or tattoos or anything like that.
Anything like
Oh my
that?
God, I did that with Melissa.
Oh, that's true. That's true. We did get piercings together. That's so funny.
Wait, I think I was there.
You were.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I watched you get your nose pierced.
It was your nose, wasn't it?
It was my nose because I had to get it re-pierced because it closed during the pandemic. It popped out and then whatever. I had to get it redone.
Okay, so here's my favorite part about that. We went to a random tattoo place for that. Which, by the way, why did we do that?
But then the next time we went to Maria Tosh.
No, we did.
Right.
Maria
but the
Tosh
first
was way
time
better.
it was like this shitty place.
Right.
Yeah.
So that place, I remember I did it and I jolted or something, not by much. And I was like,
and the guy got
did it
mad
go?
at you.
And he got really mad.
Yeah.
And he was like, if you had moved any more, I would have taken your ear off.
Right, but you're so lucky I'm so good.
You're so lucky I'm so good
that's
at
right.
this.
I remember.
Right.
He was like a douchey guy.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then when we went to Maria Tosh, they were like, we do this to babies. That is not true. That you could have moved a little bit.
Right.
And you were this guy was trying to make himself look bad.
I know.
Which is why ever since then, I will never go anywhere for any of that
But
stuff.
Maria Tosh. It was a good experience at Maria
or
Tosh.
Something that's
legit.
real. Yeah.
Because we went to this place and it literally,
he was in this, we did no research.
Right.
It's
We just
Bleecker.
It was on Bleecker, went down these rickety steps.
Yeah, it was not good. We were all like, yep, we're doing this.
Yeah.
We're in.
At
we're
lunch.
Totally
We did it at lunch.
Yeah, in the middle of our lunch. Yeah, in a lunch break.
And I followed you to just blindly.
to be there for the
Just to be
experience.
there.
So yes, I've bonded over a trip to a piercing place.
With me.
Yes.
But did you ever bond with a bunch of people and get matching tattoos?
Oh, are you trying to hit at something? I see what's going on.
Hint at something. Literally.
Oh, now I see what's going on.
Yeah.
Now I know what story you're trying to get me to tell. Okay, so I was in Porto. I had a friend from Australia. I had a friend from London. We obviously I'm from the US. We were all together in Porto and we decided this is so cool. We all live in different parts of the world. We're going to do this every year. We're going to make sure we do a trip every single year. And we're going to make it so that we get a line for every place that we go to.
And so you were dead sober when you made this
Totally
decision.
sober.
Right.
Absolutely
no
not.
alcohol
way
involved.
that
Yes,
you were drunk
for sure.
during this
In
decision.
Porto, which is not known for wine
Not
at
at
all.
all.
Not a wine
Famously
region
not a wine
of
place.
Portugal.
Yes. And so we went to a place they did not speak English. I had to call my friend who was Portuguese. And he was like, this man does not understand. He thinks all you're asking for is a line. And I was like, no, that's what we're asking for.
That's exactly what we're asking for.
Like, yes. So we got on the back of our neck and we were like, this is such a great idea. And then the next day, not the next day, we were really still into it the next day. And then like a month or two later, it was like occurred to all of us, like there are two ways this goes. One is we get the one line and never again.
Yeah.
Or we do this and we keep it up and we have a barcode on the back of our So there's no way this wins. And so what ends up happening, of course, is that we did it the one time, never again.
So first what happened?
Yes.
When did you realize this was maybe a mistake?
Like longer than it should have been. Like about a month and a half, 2 months later. When people started like making comments, like
where
it's like,
what is that? Well, so Alyssa comes back and she was just like, well, I did this thing. And I was like, all right, let me see it. Like, what is it? And then she shows it to me and I was like, why did you do this? And she was like, because I promised that I would. So I couldn't.
Yeah.
And you were like,
I'm a loyal friend. Yes.
We did say that.
Yes.
Yeah.
We did say that about
friend.
you. Like, if Alyssa says she's going to do something,
I'll do it. Yeah.
She'll do it.
Yeah.
No matter how stupid it is. No matter how much in the end she decides that she doesn't really want to do it, but she said she would, so she's going to.
Who was it? Somebody, in fact, I think it was one of you, but somebody came up with like a new story that I thought was much better. And I started telling this story, but like I would always end up not telling the true story every time, so it defeated the purpose. Was that like when you die, it's like the year that you were born and the year that you die, and there's a line in between, and it's the line. I got the line in between, and I was like, "That's so beautiful."
That sounds like something a drunk person made up.
Yeah, but that's like the story I'm going to tell everyone. But never once have I stuck to that one story.
Well, but the other thing about when the dash. There's supposed to be dates between the dash and there's no date.
No, the dash in between.
Where's your birth date, though?
But where's the date?
Oh, I see. I should have had... No, I'm not going to do that because then I have to put the death date on it.
Right. But so... I don't know who told you this to do this. This is the most ridiculous thing because the whole thing of...
I want to say it was one of you.
It wasn't me. It was not me.
I think you told us this.
Oh, I might have. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
I did not come up with this.
You made it up.
I'm not that clever.
But the only way to do it, if it makes sense, is that you 19 whatever dash and then the end date. And the thing about that also is that you have to die.
Getting tattoos posthumously.
Yes.
No, I'm not doing that. That's what I mean. This whole plan is flawed.
But I did not tell you to do
either.
I did not tell you to do this.
Put it in your will. Please finish the tattoo before burial.
Totally random thing about people in their wills. But the woman who does my hair, shout out to Lorraine, in her will, she has it that not to straighten her hair.
Oh, that's a smart
that's
move.
Great.
Yeah,
that's
because
smart.
she's like really worried that somebody might get overzealous and decide that her hair needs doing.
Yeah. Well, people do get like I've seen that at funerals where people, I'm like, that is not the same person. Who did that?
Who did that person's hair?
Yeah.
People are frying their hair with the flat iron.
Yeah, well, I'm not.
Just people in general. I notice it now, and it's because of Mélissa. Yeah. We've talked about this.
Yeah.
And once you said it, I can't unsee it.
You can't unsee it.
I now, every time I see and I'm looking.
The frizz at the root, you can't get rid of the frizz at the root.
No, you know what it is? It's also like the little curl things that like end up, you can never get rid of that.
And there's always one little, I met a celebrity, I'll tell you who it was after.
Yeah.
One chunk in the back.
See, exactly.
That you miss.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's still curly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what used to happen like in high school. We would all use like really cheap flat irons and our hair looked fried and I stopped doing it. That's why I'm wearing my hair natural today. It's like my new thing is to not do as much.
Great. It looks really great. Do you have any product in there?
I do with JVN Air Cream.
Okay.
That is my favorite now.
It's nice. It's got like texture
it's got like a little bit of something.
I mean, I'll bet you if you went to Lorraine, she would like wavy you up. She's always saying that.
How do you wavy me up?
She'll know. Lorraine.
Yeah. Call me. I don't know where.
She'll find your number.
She's in Tribeca. Yeah. I'll go with you.
Oh my God, I'll go. Okay.
Totally.
I'm bald. I went with Mélissa. I went with Mélissa.
Oh, went with me.
I sat there and hung out. We yapped.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Oh, she's fun. Okay, I'll come.
Oh, I love her.
Yeah.
Wait, no, I want to go.
Put me in her.
Come.
I feel left out.
Well, then we'll do piercings
afterwards. She's the one who put me in the book, remember?
I want to get a septum piercing. Wouldn't that be cool?
God, I'm going to come. I have a perfect place on Bleecker Street. You should
No, not down the stairs on Bleecker.
But wait, you had said to, you asked Brad.
And he said
And
no.
he said no.
I'm not allowed.
I'm going to be honest. I'm with Brad on this. I would do it for the story. I think it's funny.
I'll get it and then we'll take it out.
What? That's not fun.
Or I'll do it for a couple photos and then we'll take it
Okay,
out.
fine. Okay. Yeah.
We'll do it for the Instagram story.
A lot of pain. So you see how
a lot of pain, really?
I mean, I assume.
I actually heard that the septum is less painful than the nostril because the nostril was fucking painful.
Was it?
It hurt
I think
a
a
lot.
nostril
No, but
would
it's like
really
a
hurt.
cartilage versus not.
No,
I feel like I felt it go through every layer.
And I watched it go through it. I was there.
I know I was there.
Yeah.
We were all
We were
there.
all
Were we
there
all in the same room?
Yes.
I don't know. I must have been drunk.
Yeah.
No.
Why did we go?
It was
You
like
went
lunch on a
twice. Like,
Tuesday.
why did we go to Maria Tosh afterwards? You had to do it, redo it?
I had to redo it.
Oh, interesting.
I
Because
did
you
it the
took it out
first
and it
time.
closed.
It fell out during the pandemic, and then nobody was doing stuff close to the face, so I had to
Interesting.
wait.
Yeah.
Speaking of the pandemic, can we pull up the photo again of Alyssa's air conditioner?
Oh my God.
What happened? What happened during the pandemic to Alyssa's air
That
conditioner?
was not during the pandemic.
Yes, it was because we
It
were
was.
all on Zoom.
Yeah,
And we FaceTimed you because your air
And I-
conditioner exploded.
and I think
Do you know I never found out? I never knew what this was. Like, I
Right.
think it was something like this place, by the way, I'm pretty sure is illegal. I had no heat for 2 years I lived there.
That's
I had
illegal. That's very illegal.
100%. And I went to them and asked about it, and they were like, we'll get to it. Then, of course, 2 years later, we're still not getting to it. And then they had this whole thing happen, and I was like, what went wrong? And they were like, I don't know. And then, I never heard
Exploding
back.
air conditioner.
What street were you living on?
Christopher.
Right, I remember that.
Yeah. It was a terrible apartment.
It was a
It
terrible
was a really
apartment.
bad apartment.
I also remember that I was on the phone with my dad, I think, and I was coming in, and I had somehow I was on the phone with him, and there's a woman who was going in, and she was like, "Isn't it amazing that we can get into our building and into our apartments just using a credit card? You don't need a key. You don't need to use your key." And my dad overhears this, and he is like, "You need to get out of that apartment immediately."
That is so dangerous.
Yes, and she was bragging about it.
No, she was excited.
She was
She's
excited
Because
that,
she
I never bring my keys. Isn't this amazing? And I was like, shut up, don't say this.
Yeah.
And then my dad was like, yep, and we're moving.
We're
and
moving.
So,
Yeah. Good job, Dad. Yeah.
he was. So I moved to Brooklyn soon after that. But he literally was like, it keeps me up at night now knowing that my daughter is so unsafe. It was a problem. Yeah.
Do you want to read our DMs for us? Do you want to read some
Oh my God,
reviews, all the
I
things
would
people send
love
us?
to.
Okay. All right.
Is it negative?
Yeah, a lot.
Oh,
it's all
great.
negative. Yeah, no one's ever sending us positive
Oh,
stuff.
that's
The negative
so
ones are
nice.
really interesting.
Oh, okay.
This is Tales from the DMs. These are all the wild things y'all send us on the internet. So we're going to get into it with Alyssa,
Yay.
extra special guest reader.
Okay. While I am too angry and tired to write an eloquent email, I still wanted to reach out to seek both of your guidance, advice, input regarding a truly shocking situation involving the school board in my hometown. The board has banned Mother of a Revolution from being performed at the upcoming Spring Wind Symphony performance, stating it's indoctrinating students. This from a school that has had us singing religious songs in a church every Christmas. I myself was cast as a lady of the night in Les Miserables, my shining moment online, only line in play, making money in your sleep. So proud. The instructor has followed the school board's guidelines from the start, but regardless, they now have banned it a week prior. Is this legal? How can I, as a community member, help fight back? I include the full meeting here.
Walk out. Walk out. Do a sit-in. Protest. That's my advice. That's what I would do.
You would for a spring show? You would actually do that? Okay.
Mother of a Revolution was composed by Omar Thomas for contemporary wind ensembles. Does not have lyrics. So it's not even.
That's ridiculous.
And it's about,
yes.
it has to do with trans LGBT issues. It's like a celebration of bravery of trans women.
But it has no lyrics?
Exactly. Yeah. So
what's the big deal?
How is that indoctrination?
How would they even know what it was about unless you actually did the research?
Exactly.
Right.
So it's it's not like preaching to the children. It's a wind ensemble.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that is so stupid.
So you really would take it to the next level?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
When I was in the 5th grade, I staged
boy.
a protest.
For what?
They closed the playground. I'm not kidding. And I alerted the press and they came.
Oh, wow.
My parents were called.
Yeah, well,
they had a meeting with the superintendent.
About you?
Don't fuck with me even in the 5th grade.
Yeah, fair.
Keep swinging, bitches. You can't hit me.
Wait, but she asked, is this legal? Is it legal?
I mean, if the school board decided, yeah.
Okay, and then she says,
yeah.
how can I, as a community member, help fight back?
That's fight back.
Yeah.
Fight back. Walk out. I think there was a walkout, a similar situation this week.
Oh, wow.
Of a song that was, I guess there's a lot of trans orchestra music happening lately. Maybe this is the same situation. But
maybe, yeah.
But they also, all the kids walked out.
Oh, I love that.
That made headline.
Yeah,
love
that I love. I
love
love
kids
that.
teaching adults a
Yes.
lesson.
Yes.
Love bringing back Peter Pan all of a sudden. Anyway,
All
more
right.
reviews.
Okay, please. I can't either. The incessant giggling so tiring. Are you constantly giggling?
I mean, I'm sorry. We have a good time and we like each other.
God forbid we experience joy.
Is there happiness here? That's not okay. That's a problem.
This review, I hate expressions of joy.
Maybe that's something to look internal. Okay. The next one. Could not get through the first one. I tried. Car buying. She repeats her privileged status and he brags about blowing through money.
Okay, let me just say something about that. This is me, right?
Yeah.
So I think we were talking about.
I'm dead. I don't remember.
I do remember. I think it was like, oh, how are you? Like, what happened to you this weekend? And I said, I have a bone to pick with the car industry, right?
Right.
And I said that I'm going to complain about something, but I know I'm privileged. I know that it's privileged.
Yes.
And my problem that day was I had gone to buy a car and I could not understand why it took all fucking day. Right. And what I wanted to make clear was like, yes, while I was annoyed at how long it took, I also understood that I was lucky to be in the position.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to say. This apparently pissed this person up. I'm fucking sorry.
Okay. But I think that's like, that there's always somebody worse off. Like there's like that saying that people say when like ever you have any, like you're not allowed to have any complaints, anything bad in your life if you are in a position of privilege, which is obviously not true.
Right.
You can also be aware that there are people who are in a worse scenario and still be uncomfortable.
That was the point that I was trying to make.
Yes.
I'm sorry if you were so offended by it.
Yes. Especially if you started with, I know I'm coming from a place of privilege. Yes.
And this, whatever, that pissed this person off more than anything else.
Yes. I mean, I don't have a car, but it's fine.
Yeah,
while we have you on the show and we're doing reviews.
Oh my God, is there a negative of me?
I'd like to leave a review of the three of us in our friendship.
Oh my God.
And I have it memorialized in a text message. This
is this when you sent me a cease and desist?
No. Oh, I did send you a cease and
desist. A real one.
We'll pull that up. The cease and desist.
I have it.
Alyssa.
Oh, I still have it. Yeah.
Okay. It was basically, she took me to a sample sale and dragged me there. Okay. And I was like, I don't really want to go. But you were like, I promise there's men's clothing.
Oh, right. And there was
all
nothing.
the way there and it was all women's clothing. And I sent you a cease and desist.
You said, and you said something about that I owed you Skittles for life or something.
Yeah. Where are they?
Yeah. No, I'm any minute.
Skittles?
I'll eat anything. We established this earlier.
Skittles?
It was a full-blown cease and desist. I kept it.
I notarized it.
Yeah, it was notarized.
No, you notarized it.
I think I was wasn't I the witness to
it?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is from 2019.
Oh my God.
The three of us were attempting
around the time
to go somewhere and do something. And some of us were upstairs, some of us were downstairs, and we're trying to just coordinate getting literally out the door
fair.
of someone's apartment.
Okay.
Text from Alyssa. This is on the group chat. Alyssa Meyer says, downstairs, coming up. Melissa Malebranche says, how are you getting there? Alyssa says, with you. Mélissa says, okay, I'm coming up. Alyssa says, we'll come down now. Alyssa says, I'm down. Mélissa says, OMG. The two of you are going up and down in the elevator trying to find each other. I
don't remember, but I'm sure it happened.
And you're both on your phones like this,
very annoyed with each other too.
Do you remember this?
No.
Oh, okay.
Texting each other. You're probably in the same elevator car. I'm on my way up. I'm coming down. I just got on. I just got off.
Well, what I think is funny is like my anger is so predictable. I get so pissed off, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck the both of you.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Especially because it's so easy for me to cancel plans and be like, I don't want to do this. I'm not coming.
Well, I have the number of times I've tried to see a Broadway show with you and you're like, is it past 5 o'clock? Yes, every Broadway show is past 5 o'clock.
The
and
Wednesday
like,
matinee for her.
No, it's some of them, like, I don't like it when they start at 8.
Yeah, it's like a really big point of contention. Like, you won't see the show if it's right.
I have to tell you what's really interesting is, like, I think at least once I've given my ticket away, a ticket that I've paid for.
Yeah.
Because I'm like,
you found out that it was at 8
too late.
o'clock.
I'm not doing this. And because immediately I start thinking about what time am I going to get out?
Yeah.
I got to take the train. By the time I get home, you know what? Never mind. You go have a good time.
Yeah. No, I think I might have been at the show. You gave your ticket away. I'm pretty sure I had to bring somebody else with me.
I want to read this. I want to read this because I think it's really, really funny. I do love both these people. They're so smart and funny. The 3 stars, they gave us 3 stars, by the way. The 3 stars is because it's so uncomfortable to listen to. As a white dude, Michael clearly has a lot more power and privilege in the world. Acknowledge. But in the friendship, it's all Mélissa.
That's true.
I'm not sure she actually likes Michael. And it seems like Michael is full of nervous laughter, waiting to be dragged by her.
I am
uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Okay, I will say
that's beautiful. That is beautifully. Thank you so. What an empath.
No, really, and like just beautifully surmised.
Because you're the victim in the situation.
Thank you.
Love that.
Finally, yes.
Okay, but here's the thing. One of the best things about you is all of your one-liners that I've used to take notes on. Do you remember?
Go.
Okay, go kick rocks.
No, kick rocks, no socks.
Kick rocks, no socks. You are welcome, wanted, and invited.
I say that all the time.
Yes. What was it? Something about behind God's back.
Mm-hmm. When God was a child.
When God was, I've been around since God was a child.
Yep.
Something about lipstick, like when you pack your lipstick or something. I have them all written down.
Mother has lived.
Mother has lived. I have seen some shit. Yeah.
That happens. Yeah, that happens behind God's back is my favorite.
Or like when something is far away, I'm like, I don't want to go there. And you're like, why? Well, it's behind God's back. I'm not going.
Yeah.
So thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
We're going to wrap up. Do you have anything you want to plug? Anyone?
Yeah, Bobby in Slovenia.
All right.
Shout out to Bobby.
Bobby
in Slovenia. Watch out. You're about to get a surge of activity.
He's the Lake Bled, Bobby in Slovenia.
A lot of people who give us 3 stars are going to be listening and wanting to get their portraits painted.
Yes. €4. It might have gone up and since then.
Lead us out. Tell everyone that the show's over and that they should have a great week.
Have a great week. The show is now over. Time to find the next episode.
We'll see you in court. Thank you for joining us on Brief Recess, everyone.
Bye. Bye.